Dr. John Irving Bentley was born on April 15, 1874 in Ludlow, Vermont. He served as a family physician from 1925 to 1953 in rural Coudersport, Pennsylvania, where he delivered over 2,000 babies during his long medical career. He also spent 72 straight hours driving his horse and buggy from farmhouse to farmhouse, treating sick children during the diphtheria epidemic that swept through Potter County. After devoting his life to helping others, his death on December 5, 1966, at the age of 92, was tragic and horrible. During his last years, Dr. Bentley had limited mobility due to a fractured hip that did not heal properly. He rented a small apartment at 403 North Main Street from Pastor Ken Lewis. It included a living room, bedroom, and an adjoining bathroom. His only passion was the smoking habit he had enjoyed his whole life. He was always seen puffing on a pipe that he lit with wooden matches he carried in his robe pocket. The last people to see Bentley alive were his caregivers. They visited him on the Sunday evening of December 4th and said goodbye around 9 p.m. A meter reader from North Penn Gas Company was the next to arrive at Doc's home 12 hours later. When Don Gosnell let himself in, as usual, he was greeted by a haze of light blue smoke and a sickly sweet odor in the hall. He clambered down the basement steps to perform his duty and stumbled upon a curious pile of ashes laying on the floor. Looking up, he saw a hole rimmed with red embers in the ceiling above. Then he rushed upstairs in alarm, shouting the doctor's name. Gosnell received no answer when he knocked on the apartment door. He found it unlocked, so he burst inside to investigate. The blue smoke was thicker there, and the doctor wasn't in bed or seated in his recliner. His pipe, though, sat neatly in its holder on a bureau. Choking, the gas man ventured into the bathroom. There, he found a hole burned through the linoleum that was 2 feet wide and 4 feet long. The doctor's walker straddled the hole, but its rubber tips were not melted. Equally strange, the low ceiling had no singe marks, and the paint on the nearby bathtub had not blistered. Inside the tub, Gosnell saw the singed remains of Bentley's robe. When he spotted a leg and slipper-clad foot next to the burn hole, he yelped in surprise. Immediately, he fled the premises and sprinted down Main Street to the North Penn office. 2 days later, the Potter Leader Enterprise splashed the headline, "Dr. Burns to Death in House," across its front page. The accompanying obituary, though, made his demise seem quite mundane. The official cause of death was asphyxiation and 90% burning of the body. This diagnosis did not explain the intense heat that turned Bentley to ash and yet left his apartment unscathed. Many experts believe that spontaneous human combustion is a more plausible explanation for the doctor's death. SHC is an event in which a person bursts into flames without an external source of ignition. There are several theories that explain how a fire can start inside a body and burn at an intense heat over 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. The Candlewick hypothesis proposes the idea that fat could provide fuel for a human fire. The victim's hair would then act as a wick to start the blaze. The melting fat would cause him to burn from the inside out, leaving the room around him intact. This theory, however, would require an outside spark, like a burning cigarette, to begin the process. Biologist Brian Ford, on the other hand, theorizes that ketosis is the culprit responsible for SHC. Ketosis causes flammable acetone to build up in the body. Alcoholics, dieters, and the sickly are especially at risk. Under the right conditions, Ford contends, static electricity could cause the acetone to ignite. Methane might be another substance that causes one to burst into flames if it unduly gathers around the intestines. Enzymes are suggested as the accelerant. Author Larry Arnold, though, believes that a subatomic particle called pyroton can cause a mini explosion inside a human. In his words, extreme stress triggers this reaction and ultimately SHC. Whatever the cause, Dr. John Bentley's death remains a mystery to this day. Did he set his robe on fire while indulging in his favorite habit? Or did spontaneous combustion rob him of his life? All that Don Gosnell knows is that he's sorry he entered the doctor's bathroom to witness the gruesome spectacle inside. What he saw will haunt him forever. Death by SHC is from Ghost Revisited 8 by William P. Robertson. To order your copy, follow this link.